Welcome to the Recruiting Mindset. My name is Mindy, and my mission is to help those athletes who are currently going through the recruiting process hear tips and tricks from those who have already finished the recruiting process, or finished that journey, chosen their school, and things like that. Today, I'm chatting with Tanajah. Tanajah, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate you taking the time. So let everyone know your sport, what school you're currently at, and where you will be in the fall.
All right. So I play basketball. I'm going to FIU and I'm attending Vance High School right
Awesome, awesome. And we got to throw in, how did Vance do last basketball season?
now. We won the state championship.
Yes, absolutely. That is awesome. And congratulations on that huge accomplishment. I know
Thank
last year it was cut short, so I'm sure it was even sweeter this year to win it all.
you. Definitely.
Good, good. Well, let's back up a little bit. Talk to me about your basketball journey. So, when did you start playing basketball?
I started playing basketball at 4 years old. I was like with my dad. He was at the gym with his friends, and I was just on the sidelines just playing. And then he finally put me in the sport when I turned 4. That's when I started.
Awesome. Yeah. So, kind of learning from example, kind of seeing your dad play, and then wanting to jump in the games, right?
Yeah.
Good. And was it always basketball for you? Did you try any other sports?
I played baseball. And then when high school came, I started playing softball. So those were the only two sports I played.
Good, good. And definitely gives you a variety of skills, right, between those two
Yeah.
sports. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, when did you know that you might be able to take basketball to the next level?
I want to say my 8th grade year of middle school. I
Okay.
went on my first college visit.
That's
Hey.
awesome. So what was that like as an eighth grader going to a college campus?
It was cool. I was scared at first because I was like, I don't know what to do. But my dad came with me. He was like, it's gonna be straight. You just gonna talk to the coach and look at the campus and stuff like that. And it was actually really cool.
Yeah, yeah. And it sounds like your dad has a lot of influence with you for basketball. Is that right?
Yeah, he played sports for a minute, so yeah, he know what he be talking about.
Good. Well, what school was it that you were visiting in eighth grade? Do you remember?
UNC Charlotte.
Yeah, awesome. Well, that's fantastic. So once you realized that you could start kind of taking basketball to the next level, what kind of changed for you? Was there anything as far as workouts or schools that you were looking into? What kind of changed
Uh,
for you?
I would say my workouts changed. I would start going harder. That's really it. Oh, and my mindset changed. Like at first, I was just like a kid just playing basketball, and now I was like, I can actually like do something with this. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And kind of changed from like a hobby to something that might be even a career or even like a transitional path or something for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Good. Did you feel like that added any pressure to you thinking about how you could take it to the next level?
It did add some pressure to me, but they always said if you just stay focused, then you'll be all right. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
doing good now.
Absolutely. And what were some tips that you can share with how you were able to stay focused on that goal of taking it to the next level?
uh, like you know what you can do, and just that's it. Really, just stay focused and
Hmm.
that's it.
Yeah. And it sounds like you're saying stay focused on yourself too. I know a lot of
Yes.
people it's easy to compare yourself to other people, but kind of focus on your abilities, your skills, things like
Yeah.
that. Awesome. Well, when were you able to get your first offer and who was it from?
I got my first offer. I want to say my junior year of high school, and it was from Coppin State University.
Awesome. So how did that feel getting that first offer, that first recognition of, yeah, you can play in college?
I was happy because uh we was talking to a whole bunch of college coaches, and like none of them would throw me an offer. So I was like, okay, just keep going. And then that year when I finally got it, I was like real happy. And my mom started crying. But it was nice for real.
Good, good. And I think you just mentioned something that so many athletes go through where it's like all of these schools are kind of reaching out, saying they're interested, but then it's no one's making the jump. So how did you kind of get through those moments where it's like you have these people who are saying they're interested, but no one's officially making that offer for you?
Uh I the same thing I've been saying the whole time, just staying focused and you know what you can do and just stay in the gym. So that was really it. And I had talks with Coach Ashley and she was like, this is what's gonna separate you from being a regular player to another player like on the next level. And we just kept going from there.
Good, good. So using some local mentors as well for like your coaches, things like that to help you through that process too.
Yeah.
Good, good. I'm glad you had that support system. Obviously, you mentioned both of your parents seem to be your good support system. And then Coach Ashley, I know she's definitely a great resource. So I'm glad that you kind of had that, your own team around you as you're going through the process.
Yeah.
Well, once you started getting offers, what were some things that you were specifically looking for in schools?
uh in schools I was mainly looking for like the family environment. That was really it. And like a school that was just ready to win. I wasn't really looking to take anybody's spot or nothing like that. I'm just want to play basketball for real.
Yep, absolutely. And so by family environment, you mean kind of that team chemistry?
Yeah.
Good, good. And obviously, coming from being a state championship, you want to continue the winning streak too. So definitely go into a winning program.
Definitely.
Absolutely. And so, what school are you officially going to in the fall? Remind us.
I'm going to Florida International University.
Awesome. So, what kind of played into you deciding on that school?
The coaches mainly, the talks with them and how they wanted to develop me as a player, it really pushed me over there to them because they was like speaking real highly about me.
Good, good. So obviously someone who wants you there, but knows your talents, knows what you're going to add to the team.
Yeah.
Any draws to like the Florida environment in general, or it was mainly like the coaches and the team?
Um, the Florida environment itself, because when it get real cold, I get sick easily. So it'd be warm out there, so it won't be straight.
Good, good. So absolutely like location, environment in that location, I'm sure that plays a role. And even as basketball players, like we think about the environment outside, even playing an indoor sport. So I definitely understand that.
Yeah.
Good. Were you excited to get started in the fall?
Yes, I am excited.
Do you know what you're going to be studying yet?
Uh, I chose to study rehab therapy, to be able to fix myself up if something happens.
Good. And it sounds like you're staying in the sports world too, which sounds awesome.
Yeah.
Good. Well, I know that you have officially chosen FIU. What advice were you given along the way? So, along your recruiting journey, were you given any advice from like Coach Ashley, your parents, any other coaches as you're going through the recruiting process?
Uh, the same thing, literally. It's really been the same thing through, I say, my eighth grade, middle school year to now. Just staying focused. That's it.
Yeah, keep your eye on the prize. Well,
Yeah.
now that you have finished the recruiting process, what tips do you have for those who are still kind of going through it?
Uh, keep working hard. Uh, don't compare yourself to everybody else because everybody's journey is different. And that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. And then your journey too. So when did you officially commit to FIU?
I committed, I want to say this summer. This
Okay.
summer I committed it.
So summer before your senior season.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And just as you said too, everyone's journey is different. So it's like your first offer might have come in a different time. First, your commitment probably came in a different time than other people too. So kind of embracing the journey.
Yeah.
Awesome. Any other tips or tricks that you have for people kind of hoping to get that next level offer?
No, none at all.
Okay. Well, if people want to follow along with your journey, where can they find you on social media?
On Instagram is at thereal.thayes.
Okay.
And on Twitter is at Hayes Tanajah.
Awesome. And I am at the mental peak. Thanks for tuning in.